Welcome to my learning journey video for Entrepreneurship 246. I use the knowledge, skills, and mindset framework to create this map that shows my learning journey throughout this class. In this video, I will show you how I got there. Starting in week 1, I came into this class a little unsure as it was a topic I was unfamiliar with. The failure resume assignment was helpful in shaking up my thinking, as it was something I hadn't done before and helped me look back at my decisions and what I wasn't satisfied with. I felt this week really primed my thinking for the adaptability mindset from the knowledge, skills, and mindset framework, both in getting me into a new subject and the failure resume encouraging me to look back at past mistakes and how I could change my approach for the future. Getting into week 2, the interview planning was very helpful, especially how it was taught in this class. I'm an industrial design major, and we learn to design products and have to do user interviews for our class projects. The way we are taught to do interviews in design classes is very focused on our design rather than the root customer needs. The approach in this class is definitely something I would like to apply to my design research in the future. The Spark Spotlight from week 2 is also valuable in thinking about what I should focus on in this class. This week really highlighted the customer-centric thinking section of our knowledge, skills, and mindset framework, mostly the way we were taught to do interviews. By focusing on trying to find root customer needs first and working within the empathize stage of design thinking. Week 3, I completed my interviews for this project. What I initially wanted to do for this class was design a better gym bag for a style-minded, busy office worker, but it was helpful to be able to apply the new interviewing skills we learned in week 2 and break out of my industrial design interviewing mindset. This section of the process brought me into the empathize section of our design thinking and also applied customer-centric thinking from week 2. In week 4, I had to decide whether I wanted to go forward with my idea or change it in the pivot or persevere presentation. I chose to pivot because after doing my interviews, I found my project would not answer the root customer needs in the way a good entrepreneurship project should. Most significantly, we formed groups. I chose to work with 2 other students where we were able to start working on our networking and relationship building skills from the knowledge, skills, and mindset framework. Starting in week 5, we got deeper into our group work. The week 5 themes from the knowledge, skills, and mindset framework were opportunity and customer insights, market research and business modeling, and team leadership and membership. My teammate Maseo acted as our team leader. He had come up with the idea and developed most of the framework for our project, Cove, a financial app that focused on transparency and fair costs for users. This was a great opportunity to learn about being part of a team, especially taking on different roles. Maseo taking on more of a leadership role, while I worked on a marketing campaign with my other teammate Salami, informed by the interviews and interviewing analysis. The interview analysis was a great way to apply the opportunity and customer insight thinking knowledge to our project, as it informed what to highlight from Cove, both in this step and in the future, and connected our work to the defined section of the design thinking process. The business modeling section from the knowledge, skills, and mindset framework applies here, but I'd like to reference it more later. The solution ideation didn't apply as much to my work on the actual Cove financial app, as the idea was very developed, but the ideation and interview analysis were important in designing and ideating upon the marketing material Salami and I created for Cove. Using the information, we had to know what to highlight in the posters and videos we created to promote Cove. Week 6 started off strong with the business modeling assignment allowing me to think more about making specific promotional material for our target audience, students, and different types of students on campus. Here is where I feel the business modeling knowledge from the knowledge, skills, and mindset framework comes in again. It relates to thinking about our audience, viability, and revenue. In week 6, the storytelling talk was very helpful. Again, storytelling is very important to industrial design work, and getting a new perspective on storytelling, as well as practicing exercises to improve my storytelling, was valuable, not just to this class, but I know it'll be helpful outside of this class as well. Week 7 had our team lead Miss AO thinking about our financial projection, while Salami and I continued to think about the marketing of Cove. It was valuable to keep referring back to our user from the user interview analysis and business modeling assignments when we were discussing our work, as well as thinking of more ways of getting our message out there in reading through the 60-minute MVP assignment. We had already had a website for Cove, but the information from this section got us talking about more ways to market Cove, like social media. Finally, in week 7, we began practicing for the showcase, getting together graphics to market Cove, the financial app, at the showcase, and thinking more about our storytelling throughout the process. Week 8, we had our dress rehearsal. The feedback I got there was helpful, but also helpful to watch other teams rehearse and take note of how we could apply the advice they were getting to what we were going to say. This exercise made me think about the advice we had gotten back in week 6 about storytelling and how to apply those good storytelling tips to our showcase pitch. Ultimately, the practice was very helpful. It is always hard to make myself practice for that sort of thing, so it is nice to be forced to. On Wednesday, we had our showcase. This was a valuable experience in talking about our work as a team. We all had roles, and being able to speak to my own work as well as my teammates was different from something I had done before, and definitely valuable in my future for professional teams. The feedback from people in a face-to-face setting was also valuable. I felt I had to focus on being in professional mode of networking while also trying to be personable in these interactions. It was nice to have a chance to practice those valuable skills. Getting into week 9 and very much reaching the end of this class, we took the feedback from the showcase and applied it to update Cove, and continued to think about future changes. Continuing to think about AI and transparency with the Cove app, and developing our 21st century technology knowledge from the knowledge and skills mindset framework, as well as updating our marketing material and moving to a more online presence, also relating to the 21st century technology knowledge. Pitching at the showcase and our reflection on our showcase during the process pitch helped develop my communication and pitch skills from the knowledge, skills, and mindset framework. The solution validation reflection assignment allowed me to think about this quarter as a whole and what I had taken away. I felt looking back at the 3 most valuable things I had gleaned from the class were the skills of customer interviewing, thinking about customer needs and how to focus on empathy in the design thinking process. The next idea was advancing storytelling and pitching skills. Being able to talk about your ideas is very valuable for everyone, and I think I'll take these ideas forward into new projects. Finally, working with a team of new and very different people was valuable to me. I was surprised how well we melded together, and I was glad to get a ton of experience taking on assigned roles in a structured team environment. Thank you very much.